Good morning, students. Myself, Dr. Sarita, Associate Professor at Government College, Hisar. I am going to present you on a topic that is spermatogenesis. Students, you might be knowing that there are two kinds of cells. One is somatic cell and the other is germ cells. Somatic cells, they form the organs that are concerned with the life of individual animal only. And the germ cells, these are meant for the propagation of species by sexual reproduction. For this, they produce highly specialized cells, that is the gametes. So, somatic cells perform the vegetative function while the germ cells perform the reproductive function. So, gametogenesis, what is gametogenesis? The process of formation of haploid gametes from the undifferentiated diploid germ cells in the gonads for sexual reproduction is called gametogenesis. Formation of gametes. It could be male gamete sperm or female gamete ova. That is the production of sperm or ova from the undifferentiated diploid germ cells in the gonads for sexual reproduction is called the gametogenesis. In this, formation of haploid sperm from the undifferentiated diploid germ cells called the spermatogonia in the seminiferous tubules of testis for sexual reproduction. This process of formation of haploid sperm is called the spermatogenesis. Now, we will discuss this process of spermatogenesis. Now, you can see in this diagram, I have shown it to you, the TS of testis. It is the site of the spermatogenesis. In this slide, you can see that this testis consists of seminiferous tubules. In this slide, you can see 3 seminiferous tubules are present, and these seminiferous tubules lie, in between these seminiferous tubules lie the loose connective tissue. The loose connective tissue contains blood vessels, nerve cells, and a very important cell that is named as the interstitial cell or the Leydig cell. This is the Leydig cell. This Leydig cell is very important because it produces a hormone that is named as the testosterone, which control the spermatogenesis. Next, this testis, around the testis there lies a layer that is named as tunica albuginea, and in the seminiferous, these are the seminiferous tubule. This is another seminiferous tubule. In these seminiferous tubules there are present there is present a layer that is named as the germinal epithelium layer. This layer is the germinal epithelium layer. In this germinal epithelium layer, there are present primary germ cells. These are the primary germ cells, and a large cell that is named as the Sertoli cell. This is the Sertoli cells. This is the larger one cell is the Sertoli cell. This Sertoli cell provides nutrition for the process of spermatogenesis. The developing spermatozoa को जो nutrition provide करेगा, that is the Sertoli cell. So, from this slide, you remember that the seminiferous tubule, this is the seminiferous tubule, this contain germinal epithelium layer, and in this germinal epithelium layer, primary germ cell and Sertoli cells are present. Now the process of spermatogenesis. The process of spermatogenesis completes in 2 phases. One is the formation of spermatid and other is the formation of spermatozoa. Formation of spermatid comprises 3 phases again. These are the multiplicative phase, growth phase, and the maturation phase. Second is the formation of spermatozoa. from spermatid, which is again named as spermiogenesis. Now let's discuss the formation of spermatid and spermatozoa, or in a way we can say, let's discuss the process of spermatogenesis. This is the primary germ cell. This primary germ cell, where these present? These are present in the seminiferous tubules. These primary germ cells are diploid. They divide by mitosis. They divide by mitosis and produce diploid cells, which are now named as spermatogonia. These spermatogonia again undergo mitosis to again form two cells, which are also named as spermatogonia, and these spermatogonia are of type A and type B spermatogonia. We can see this in the next slide, that this is the spermatogonia undergo mitosis. It produces two daughter cells, daughter cell type A and daughter cell type B. Both are spermatogonia, spermatogonia type A and spermatogonia type B. This spermatogonia type A will further divide to form type A and B daughter cells, while some of the one of the daughter cell type B enters into the growth phase. This daughter cell type B, this enters into the growth phase, and now this enlarges in size and it is named as the primary spermatocyte. Primary spermatocyte is nothing but daughter cell type B, which enlarges in size, and now it is named as primary spermatocyte. This primary spermatocyte will divide meiotically. Meiosis होगी इसके अंदर, and it will divide into two. Under meiosis 1, it forms two secondary spermatocytes. It was primary spermatocyte. It will undergo meiosis 1 and it forms two secondary spermatocytes, and meiosis 1 is reductional, and so the chromosome number reduces to half, or here you can see it is written as 1n and here it is written as 2n. This secondary spermatocyte now undergo another meiotic division, second meiotic division, meiosis 2, which is equational, and this secondary spermatocyte forms two spermatids. Each secondary spermatocyte will form two spermatids, and so you can see that from one spermatogonium, four spermatids are formed, and all the four spermatids, they are cloned to each other. Now from these spermatids, there forms the spermatozoa. In the last slide we can see, or here, this is the growth phase. Primary spermatocyte से secondary spermatocyte form हुआ, secondary spermatocyte से spermatids form हुए. Formation of secondary spermatocyte and formation of spermatid, these are under the maturation phase. Now from these four spermatids, sperms will be formed, and formation of sperm from spermatid is named as the spermiogenesis. spermatogenesis. You can see over here that spermatids are rounded while sperms are elongated in structure. So, during the process of spermiogenesis, a number of changes will take place. Let's discuss that changes now. Before discussing the changes, let's comprise the whole process. You can see over here. These are the testes in which coiled seminiferous tubules are. These are the coiled seminiferous tubules. These are present. This is one seminiferous tubule, and from this one seminiferous tubule, this much portion is taken and shown over here. You can see over here, in this seminiferous tubules, there are present various stages of development of spermatozoa, and in between there is present large Sertoli cell. You can see the process like this. देखो, this is the germinal cell which is diploid. इससे जो है प्राइमरी स्पर्मेटोसाइट बनेगा by mitotic division. Primary spermatocyte undergo meiosis 1, which is reductional, and haploid cells will be formed, which is named as the secondary spermatocyte, and this is the secondary spermatocyte over here, and this is the primary spermatocyte. This is the germinal cell, and from these secondary spermatocyte, spermatids are formed, and from these spermatids, what formed? Spermatozoas are formed, and spermatozoa, these lie in the lumen. This is the lumen. This is the lumen. They lie in the lumen of the seminiferous tubule. Now, let us discuss the formation of spermatozoa from spermatids. Spermatozoa is elongated and motile, while spermatids are rounded and non-motile structure. Now, some of the changes will take place for the formation of spermatozoa. Let us discuss that changes. That is, during this process of spermiogenesis, the superfluous material होगा, the material which is not required, that will be discarded, and the superfluous material will be discarded, and certain organelles are specialized. You know that spermatids contain all the cell organelles. What are the cell organelles? These are nucleus, Golgi bodies, centriole, etc. Now, तो जो इसके जो ऑर्गेनल्स रहेंगे वो स्पेशलाइज हो जाएंगे. Then it involves changes in nuclear and cytoplasmic levels. During this whole process of spermiogenesis, the heads जो रहेंगे developing sperm के, they remain embedded in the Sertoli cells for nourishment. Now, let us discuss the steps one by one. First is the formation of head. Students, you might be remembering, I'm sure that you would be remembering that spermatozoa, जो mature spermatozoa है, it consists of head, neck, middle piece and tail. Now, from that rounded spermatid, that spermatozoa has to be formed. Now, how it will form? First is the formation of head. For the formation of head, there will be two changes. Number one, changes in the nucleus, and second will be the formation of acrosome. What changes will be there in the nucleus? Number one, जो न्यूक्लियोप्लाज्म में वाटर होगा वो लूज होगा और इट विल श्रिंक. जो न्यूक्लियस होगा इट विल श्रिंक बाय लूजिंग वाटर फ्रॉम जो RNA होंगे और अदर एसिडिक प्रोटीन्स होंगे दे आर एलिमिनेटेड. Histone proteins are replaced by protamines which contain large number of cysteine residues. These cysteine residues form the disulfide bond and help in compacting DNA, which also become transcriptionally inactive. And जो न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन रहेगी it will lose the pore complex for formation of head. नेक्स्ट, एक तो मैंने आपको बताया है कि न्यूक्लियस में चेंजेस होंगे, दूसरा है कि इसका जो एक्रोसोम फॉर्मेशन होगी. हाउ? नाउ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एक्रोसोम. As I told you, all the cell organelles are present in the spermatid. So Golgi complex is also present in the spermatid. This Golgi complex gather in front of the elongating nucleus. This is the elongating nucleus. In front of this Golgi complex gathers. And in the cisternae of the Golgi complex are present over here. And in between there is present small vacuoles, and in the small vacuoles there arises there एक जो है डेंस बॉडी की डेवलपमेंट हो जाएगी इसके अंदर. ओवर हियर देयर इज फॉर्मेशन ऑफ ए dense body, and that dense body is named as proacrosomal granule. This proacrosomal granule is present in one vacuole, and in other small vacuoles are also there in which this proacrosomal granule is present, and that granules will, not granules, vacuoles will fuse together to form a large acrosomal granule, and this is the large acrosomal granule. This acrosomal granule will, what will happen, this vacuole, this is the acrosomal granule and this is the vacuole. This vacuole now loses its liquid content and spread over the acrosomal granule and front half of nucleus, so it forms the cap of spermatozoon. It will form the cap, of spermatozoon. The remaining part of the Golgi complex, this is the remaining part of the Golgi complex, it will be reduced and discarded, and this is named as the Golgi rest. Now we have seen the formation of head. Under the formation of head, two changes takes place, that is changes in the nucleus, I discussed with you. Second is the acrosome formation. Now is the formation of neck. Now this is the formation of neck. In the neck region, जो centrioles होंगी which were present in the spermatid, they will shift just behind the nucleus. उनमें से जो एक होगी that will lie in the depression of posterior part of nucleus and orient itself perpendicular to longitudinal axis of sperm and is called proximal centriole, while the second centriole जो होगी जिसको कि distal centriole कहा जाता है, it will lie just next to it along the longitudinal axis of the sperm and is called the distal centriole. Now this distal centriole का जो function रहेगा, that it gives rise to axial filament of sperm. Now third is the formation of middle piece. Before seeing the formation of middle piece, let me show you one slide. In this slide you can see this is the spermatid. This is the spermatid containing all the cell organelles हैं. माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया है, इसमें माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया है, गोल्जी बॉडीज़ हैं, सेंट्रियोल है, and all the cell organelles it will have. See this is the Golgi complex. This Golgi complex will form cap over the nucleus. Nucleus जो है it will elongate, कैप की जो है फॉर्मेशन होगी, ठीक है, एंड जो centrioles हैं they will lie in the neck region. To see the next slide, that is the formation of middle piece. Middle piece, very important part. जो माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया रहेंगे स्पर्मेटिड में, they all come at one place, that is in the middle piece, and they get spirally coiled, forming a sheath around the axial filament and distal centriole. जो distal centriole और axial filament है distal centriole से जो बना है, उसके चारों ओर जो है वो स्पाइरल हो जाएंगे, स्पाइरली कॉइल हो जाएंगे, and that sheath is called the Nebenkorn. You can see this sheath in this diagram. Wait for a minute. Oh, this is mitochondria are shown in this form. These are the mitochondria. Over here the spiral coiling is not shown. I will show in the to you in the later diagram. Now I discussed with you the formation of middle piece. Now is the फॉर्मेशन ऑफ मैनशेट. मैनशेट पे क्या है कि ड्यूरिंग द लॉस ऑफ साइटोप्लाज्म सम पार्ट ऑफ साइटोप्लाज्म फॉर्म कंडेंस्ड लेयर अराउंड द पेरिफेरी ऑफ एक्रोसोम, दैट इज कॉल्ड द मैनशेट. मैनशेट क्या है? जो रेजिडुअल साइटोप्लाज्म रहेगी, पार्ट ऑफ साइटोप्लाज्म, इट विल फॉर्म द कंडेंस्ड लेयर अराउंड द पेरिफेरी ऑफ acrosome, that is named as the manchit. Let me show you the diagram. manchit का diagram तुम्हें show करूँ मैं. This is manchit. This is manchit, right? This is manchit, residual cytoplasm. Now is the formation of tail. How the tail will be formed? जो distal centriole होगी, that give rise to contractile and microtubular structure called the axone, and which gets surrounded by a cytoplasmic sheath, and it will form a tail. That is axone surrounded by a cytoplasmic sheath. They both collectively form the tail. I will discuss the functions of each part in the structure of spermatozoa in the later slides. Now see, this is the structure of spermatozoa. This is the head, middle piece and tail, and this region will be named as the neck region. In the head there is present acrosome in the form of a cap over the nucleus. Nucleus is elongated. Now this acrosome contains a proteolytic enzyme that is named as hyaluronidase, and the hyaluronidase help in the penetration of ovum during the process of fertilization. And this nucleus contains the genetic material. is haploid and it contains genetic material. Now the centriole. There are two centrioles. One, this is the proximal centriole. This one is the proximal centriole, and this one is this is the proximal centriole, and this is the distal centriole. तो there are two centrioles. जो proximal centriole होगी, that will lie in the depression of the nucleus, and in some species distal centriole also lies over here in the neck region, while in human sperm, neck along with this proximal centriole has a funnel shaped body that is named as basal body. तो इस proximal centriole के साथ में एक basal body भी होगी human sperm में, which connects the head with the middle piece of the spermatozoa. जो basal body यहाँ पे human sperm में present रहती है, it will connect the head with the middle piece of sperm. अब इन centriole का function क्या रहेगा? That this centriole forms spindle for first cleavage of the zygote. और जो distal centriole होगी, that give rise to axoneme of the sperm tail. Now is the middle piece. Middle piece, it lies behind the neck. It is cylindrical in human sperm and is formed of mitochondrial spiral. This is the mitochondrial spiral. So this mitochondrial spiral, this is named as Nebenkern around the proximal part of the axoneme. It is surrounded by condensed layer of cytoplasm, mainly composed of microtubules called meningeate. It also surrounds posterior part of head of the sperm. Now what is the function of this mitochondrial spiral? माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया का मिडल पीस का फंक्शन क्या है कि इसमें जो है माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया प्रेजेंट है, एंड ऑल ऑफ यू नो दैट माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया इज नेम्ड एज द पावर हाउस ऑफ द सेल, और हियर दिस माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया इज पावर हाउस ऑफ sperm because the mitochondria are the carriers of oxidative enzymes and the enzymes which are responsible for oxidative phosphorylation. So it is named as powerhouse of the sperm. And posterior half of nucleus, neck and middle piece of the sperm, they are covered by a sheath that is named as meningeate. It is not shown in this diagram. Now last part of the sperm is tail. It is the longest part of the sperm, slender and tapering. It is formed of two parts, central contractile and microtubular part, which is called the axial filament, and outer fibrous प्रोटोप्लाज्मिक शीथ इसके ऊपर होगी. एक्सोनीम के ऊपर जो है फाइब्रस शीथ प्रेजेंट होगी, और जो एक्सोनीम होगा दैट इज मेड ऑफ माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल्स. माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल्स से बना हुआ होगा एक्सोनीम, और जिसमें माइक्रोट्यूब्यूल्स होंगे 9+2 के अरेंजमेंट में होंगे. एंड in the center there is a pair of longitudinal beta fiber and 9 pairs of longitudinal alpha fibers surrounding it. Now जो uncovered part है, यहाँ लास्ट में थोड़ा सा जो है uncovered part रहेगा जिसमें कि प्रोटोप्लाज्मिक शीथ नहीं होगी, and that uncovered part is called the end piece of the tail. And so now this tail का फंक्शन क्या रहेगा? टेल का फंक्शन क्या रहेगा? टेल shows lashing movement which provide forward push to the sperm मीन्स मूवमेंट को एनर्जी तो प्रोवाइड करेगा माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया, लेकिन जो लैशिंग मूवमेंट के कारण जो फॉरवर्ड पुश होगा स्पर्म का, दैट विल बी प्रोवाइडेड बाय द टेल. नाउ हार्मोनल कंट्रोल ऑफ spermatogenesis. The spermatogenesis is controlled by anterior pituitary gland. All of you know anterior pituitary is the master gland. But इस master gland के ऊपर एक और master है, that is named as the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus क्या है? हमारे ब्रेन का एक स्मॉल रीजन है और उसके वो जो है जस्ट नियर पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड के पास में ही लोकेटेड रहता है. तो दिस पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड को जो है ना हाइपोथैलेमस स्टिमुलेट करता है. कैसे? हाइपोथैलेमस रिलीजेस गोनेडोट्रोपिक रिलीजिंग हार्मोन, दैट इज GnRH. This GnRH stimulate anterior pituitary to secrete two hormones, that is FSH and LH. This LH is also named as ICSH, interstitial cell stimulating hormone. Interstitial cells, they are also named as the Leydig cells. Where these interstitial cells are located, or where these Leydig cells are located? These Leydig cells are located in the connective tissue, in between the seminiferous tubules. Seminiferous tubules के अंदर नहीं होती हैं located. These are located outside the seminiferous tubules. तो जो Leydig cells हैं इनको stimulate करेगा ICSH और to release a hormone that is named as the testosterone, and this testosterone will stimulate the process of spermatogenesis. But remember, where this testosterone is released? It is released outside the seminiferous tubules. Now the second hormone is FSH. This FSH stimulate Sertoli cells. What are the Sertoli cells? These are located in the seminiferous tubules, in between the germinal epithelium. In the germinal epithelium, these Sertoli cells are located in the seminiferous tubules, and these Sertoli cells secrete two hormones. One is inhibin and second जो release होगा protein, that is named as ABP. ABP means androgen binding protein. इस एंड्रोजन बाइंडिंग प्रोटीन का फंक्शन होगा कि जो टेस्टोस्टेरोन लिडिक सेल्स ने सिक्रेट किया था, उस टेस्टोस्टेरोन को सेमिनिफेरस ट्यूब्यूल्स के अंदर कॉन्सेंट्रेट करना और स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिस को इनिशिएट करना. So in this way spermatogenesis is initiated by testosterone hormone, and this testosterone is concentrated by ABP protein, which is secreted by the Sertoli cell. Now when there is enough amount of spermatogenesis has taken place, what happens? This inhibin protein, which is secreted by the Sertoli cell, this inhibin protein gives negative feedback to anterior pituitary. It will inhibit the production of FSH and LH, and also this testosterone would also act for negative feedback. How? This testosterone will act on hypothalamus to give a signal to inhibit the production of GnRH. It also gives signal to anterior pituitary to stop the production of FSH and LH. In this way, testosterone and inhibin, they gives negative feedback. When there is less spermatogenesis, again this negative feedback will be stopped and anterior pituitary will be secreting this FSH and LH, and in this way the spermatogenesis is controlled through these two hormones, that is FSH and LH. That's all about spermatogenesis. What we have discussed: process of spermatogenesis, structure of spermatozoa, functions of various parts of spermatozoa, and in the last we have discussed about the hormonal control of spermatogenesis. And I think all of you would have followed it. Thank you very much.